that the ECOWAS team of this fact-finding mission is led by people that we know and we are related with, and people who have conducted elections. So let me, on behalf of the Independent National Electoral Commission Nigeria, welcome you all. Mohammed Conteh has been a very good friend. He has been conducting elections for only God knows how long in the Republic of Sierra Leone. He conducted the last election that led to a peaceful transition, and let me congratulate you, and we also look forward in Nigeria to doing the same, and that credible, peaceful elections. I tried to get in touch with you before the elections. I wasn't back in Freetown for the elections, but I understand why I couldn't get you at that time. Let me also, on behalf of the Commission, welcome our sister Shala Bosai. She conducted the last election as chairperson of the EC, the Electoral Commission Ghana, and we know how diligent you were in ensuring that the electronically transmitted figures align with the manually transmitted results. Even though you kept the nation waiting for a few hours before results were declared, but once the results were declared, they were accepted. What we did was the exact opposite of what was done in Kenya, and we know the history of what happened there with our good friend, Wafula Chebukati. Let me welcome Joseph Kone, our good friend from the Republic of Gambia. Please assure the chairman that as ECONEC will also soon visit the Republic of Gambia. Rene, I welcome you to INEC. You have been a good friend and contact person with the ECOWAS Commission. We are prepared and we have been preparing for the 2019 general elections. In fact, we can say that the 2019 general elections is perhaps the most deliberately well-planned elections in our history. We have finished the strategic plan. We have finished our strategic program of action. We have completed the election project plan. We have issued a timetable and schedule of activities for the 2019 general elections. There are 14 activities, so I've started implementing the activities. We are now on activity number 5, I believe. That is from the 9th of this month, we shall display the list of candidates for the 29 governorship elections and 991 state constituencies nationwide. Between the 6th and the 12th of November, we shall also display the register of voters nationwide for claims and objections. We have given citizens as required by law the opportunity to register at they turn 18 or for those who could not register before the last election over a period of 16 months from the 27th of April 2017 to the 31st of August 2018. We were able to register 14.5 million new voters. 14.5 million will be in addition to the existing register of 70 million. That will take us to well over 80 million registered voters for 2019. We have released a timetable. We are committed to the timetable. As I said, ours is one of the most deliberately well planned. We now know exactly how long it is from now to the election. We have exactly 102 days. 21 hours, 22 minutes, 48 seconds, and the seconds are ticking. Elections into 1,558 constituencies in 2019. Made up of 1 presidential constituency, 109 senatorial districts, 360 federal constituencies, 29 governorship elections, 991 state constituencies, and 68 constituencies in the FCT for the area council, the chairman and councils, making a total of 1,558 constituencies. We have 91 political parties registered, out of which only 3 did not serve notices for their primaries. 88 have done so. They are fielded candidates, not in all constituencies in some. We have 79 parties in the indicating interest to contest in the presidential election. We have over 1,800 contesting for 109 senatorial districts, and then over 4,100 contesting in the 360 federal constituencies. By the 9th or 10th of this month, we'll have the statistics of how many parties are fielding candidates for the 29 governorship elections, and how many are also fielding candidates in the 991 senatorial districts, as well as the 68 constituencies in the federal capital territory. Since 2015, we have been conducting one by-elections after another. We have conducted over 90 so far, and we are not done yet. If you ask me when is the next by-election, I will tell you it's going to be on the 17th. On the 17th of this month, we'll have 4 by-elections in 4 different geopolitical zones. Unfortunately, I understand that your assignment is winding up on the 11th. Otherwise, you would have also had the opportunity to observe some of the by-elections. We'll have 3 federal constituencies in Bauchi, Katsina, and Kwara, and we have a state constituency in Cross River, the Electoral state constituency. We also received reports that there may be another by-election in Ekiti State, caused by the death of a member of the State Assembly. So we have been conducting these elections, and we have used the opportunity to continue to perfect and improve on our processes, the delivery of logistics, the functionality of technology, and what we do. Voters, we have been cleaning up on our own the register of voters using the AFIS, the automatic fingerprint identification system. As at last week, before I traveled, I was told that over 300,000 names were dropped after the automatic fingerprint identification system. But cleaning up the register is not just the responsibility of the Commission, it's also the responsibility of every Nigerian. That is why the law says that we should display the register for claims and objections. Between the 6th to the 12th of November, we'll display the register in the 120,000 polling units nationwide. And I would like to take this opportunity to appeal to citizens to check when we display the register, so that they can draw the attention of the Commission to the prevalence, the end of ineligible persons, so that we can further clean up the voters' register. I know that we are going to have a closed session where we'll go into the details of some of these issues. But before I conclude, let me say that I've taken note of the appeal to meet stakeholders, political parties, civil society organizations, the media, the security agencies. I want to say that we are very proud in Nigeria of our relationship with stakeholders. Really very proud. We have a system of quarterly meeting with the stakeholders, even if there are no major issues to discuss. And we also meet with them as the need arises. And they also invite us to their own meetings and activities. So we have taken note of their request. We have a formal process of meeting with them. We will communicate to them that you would like to meet them, and there shouldn't be any problem doing so. The chairman of the visiting team will recall that while we were in Sierra Leone, that was exactly what we did. We met with SLAJ, the American Association of Journalists, we met civil society organizations, the security agencies, the international development partners, and others. So you are welcome to Nigeria to do what we went to Sierra Leone and other places to do. And I hope you will bring your wealth of experience to be advising us on things that we need to do going forward.
It's part of the ECOWAS protocols, and Nigeria is a member, Nigeria is the headquarters, that before an election happens in any member country, the fact-finding mission would go in there to look at the conditions under which the elections are going to be held. So the work of this fact-finding mission is actually to engage not just with INEC, but with all the key stakeholders, including you, the media. So we'll be meeting the civil society organizations, we'll meet the political parties, we'll meet the candidates, as many as would make themselves available to engage with us. We would meet the security agencies in charge of the elections. And the real work is to make sure that all the stakeholders are prepared for the elections, all the stakeholders are going to conduct themselves properly, And then for us, we would come back to INEC with any recommendations we may have after we've met with all the other stakeholders to ensure that INEC has all the critical information they need and the capacity to deliver on the elections.
I'd like to thank you for obliging us.
Okay, pleasure.
We've just started really. This is really, but from what we've got so far, from the kind of explanations we've got from the INEC chair, right, we are satisfied. But definitely we'll be meeting some other major stakeholders. We are here to actually find the conditions under which the elections will be held. So we'll be meeting many more other stakeholders. This is just the first. Our expectation is to conduct credible elections. Well, our advice is that for them to actually play by the rules, follow the rules and regulations and INEC regulations, and then to be peace-loving.